What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dr. Boyce Watkins is not happy with my content here on YouTube. Of course, because it's been talking about him, he's been leaving little silly messages here and there, and I have been cooking him. But again, I have to deal with our brother, Boyce Watkins, who he believes that he is very, esteemed. His work is great. I don't know who told him that. And I know he has a PhD, but Boyce, I didn't go to a PhD school, but I went to professional school. So I'm not an idiot. I'm not like any of these followers here that will go ahead and listen to this buffoonery and talk black to me nonsense. I'm just not gonna go for it, okay? But I wanna talk about some of the problems that I see in the pro-black world and why a lot of black men have problems with pro-blacks like Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins, as a pro-black, wants to do two things, and I would even add Dr. Umar Johnson in it. Firstly, they would love to hold white people as an institution or a system accountable. That is the first goal of most modern pro-blacks, right? Secondarily, they want to hold black men accountable. I'm gonna say it again. The first step is to hold white people accountable, okay? Then to hold black men accountable. Because holding white people accountable is to say all mistakes that are made are white people's fault. And holding black men accountable is to pretty much exonerate black women. And the reason why we do this, or they do this, because I don't, but the reason why you see that happening is because, black women are emotional and they will give money. But one thing you will never see pro-blacks do is hold themselves accountable for their mistakes. Now, I make a lot of mistakes on my videos. I make a lot of mistakes in how I do things. I am not perfect. I can be a BAN, okay? Sometimes I have my own days where I'm out here not thinking in the right way. And when it's brought to my attention that I'm doing that, I can't do nothing but accept it because it's wrong. I'm not perfect, okay? But pro-blacks, once they make mistakes, okay, you will notice they will shy away from personal responsibility. Dr. Umar Johnson, in his own campaign to give black boys a school, has shied away from all accountability of failure. It's always what somebody else should be doing. It's been almost 10 years now and there is no school. But whenever you bring that up to Dr. Umar Johnson, he runs around the topic. The same thing happened with him with the conscious stripper scandal. He ran around it. It's always somebody else's fault. But here's the same person. You holding white folks accountable. You're talking all the rah-rah stuff. And then you want to hold black men accountable. Fine. But when it comes to you, they're always running. Secondarily, Boyce Watkins. Boyce Watkins also, and I don't know why him and Dr. Umar don't lie. I know why. Because Boyce betrayed Umar, but it's okay. That's what he does. You see, I want to talk about the fact that Boyce runs the same playbook as Dr. Umar. You see, because Boyce always blames everything on white people. And I'm going to show you how he does it. He also blames black men for many things. Every now and then you might hear him talking about black women, but not often, right? Now, here is a clip of Dr. Boyce Watkins, who led black people into a burning bush as a financial expert and analyst to invest in the Tulsa real estate fund. I want you to hear Dr. Boyce Watkins making excuses for those of us who have criticized him in this now, and I would assume, futurely defunct fund. I want you to hear the excuses that this makes about the accountability for what he should be doing. Play that clip.
Don't survive because you attack them rather than help them. Do you get what I'm saying? If you want to see a black business do better, why not help the black business do better? Why not reach out and say, hey, brother, look, I see what you're doing. I don't like your layout. Let me help you. Let me support you. Like, I'm reaching out right now, like, to these guys. I'd say, look, if you want to talk to me, you can call me. Like, I'm not some elite guy who's on top of a roof. Maybe that's what you think. Maybe my name precedes me or something, and I'm proud of that. I mean, I put in the work. But seriously, I want to see the brothers win. But the thing is that I can't support you winning if your winning must come at the expense of small black businesses that are already struggling anyway. Now, y'all need to understand what's going on with these black businesses. They're underfunded, they get discriminated against, and then on top of being discriminated against and underfunded, they get attacked by their own people. So think about this. How in the hell are you going to have a successful business when white people hate you, black people hate, some black people hate you, not all of them. Some of y'all love black businesses, and I appreciate that. I love y'all for that. Black people hate you, white people hate you, black people, a lot of black people hate you. The banks won't fund you. The government investigates you. When the government investigates you, and pay attention, mind games uncut. I want you to listen. He says Boyce is nervous. You stop being nervous, brother. I need you to listen to me. Focus. Seriously, dude. Listen to me. Stop coming for the purpose of trolling and come for the purpose of learning and growing. Okay? So here's what I'm saying to you. Black businesses struggle because we have black people who will prefer to call a black business owner a criminal, which white people already think the black man is a criminal. Right? And if you don't think it could ever happen to you, JT, brother, I'm telling you, man, at some point, someone's going to say, he scammed me. You're going to have a business dispute with somebody. And if you haven't had this already, I mean, remember, people can look these things up. If you haven't had a business dispute already, it's going to happen. And then somebody's going to file court papers, and they're going to say, JT scammed me. He's been pretending to be an advocate for the black community, and he scammed me. He scammed me. And then you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're like, wait a minute, look at all the stuff I did to help people. I've been pocket watching for 20 years, and how people going to do this to me? It doesn't happen right away. It's like politics. In the beginning, everybody comes off as the hero. In politics, think about this. In politics, everybody starts off saying, I'm going to drain the swamp. I'm going to fix the corruption because I'm not corrupt. Everybody else is. And then people say, oh, there's the guy who's not corrupt. And then you may never become corrupt. You may never do anything wrong. You may do everything by the book, but it doesn't matter. When you're talking about the internet streets, people will just make something up and then create fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's how the CIA operates in the black community. This is real stuff. I'm not saying these guys are agents, but there are agents out there. Go watch that video by that black CIA agent. And he explained that the goal is not to discredit somebody completely. The goal is to make you wonder if this guy might be a criminal. Right? That's all they need to do. If I think you might be, and they've done this to black men for 400 years, if they say, well, if we just accuse you of a crime, that's as bad as actually being a criminal. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I know everybody ain't gonna get it because unfortunately some guys still have to learn. If you're in your 20s, you may not get it. You know, when I was in my 20s, I would have probably been like, yeah. Those old heads, get rid of all them, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But I think it requires balance and nuance. And so one of the things I would also say is that most people who criticize small black businesses, not only are they afraid to criticize white businesses, which I challenge them, I say, do as many videos about white people as you do about black people. Because you can't say you're doing this to protect black dollars. You can't say you're protecting black dollars. Because if you were protecting black dollars, you would be going after the people who take the most black dollars. Give me a guess if you understand what I'm saying. The people that take the most black dollars are not black people. So when you say, I'm going to get that over there because he's taking black dollars, I'm trying to understand what the are you talking about? I'm saying, what are you talking about, bro? Like the money that's being taken out of the black community is being taken by white people. But yet you think if I go after that black man over there, and again, I'm not sitting here saying that everything is perfect. I'm not saying every black business is run perfectly. I'm sure their businesses are not run perfectly. But I'm saying to you that there are people that seek to build and there are people that seek to destroy.
Now, do you see this nigga here? Do you see this nigga here? He's holding everybody to task for what needs to happen or needs to occur. Boyce Watkins especially. But now we're blaming white folks. Well, see, y'all don't do that to the big white businesses. Y'all don't do that to the okay. What does that have to do with when you asked black people for their money, you didn't go to the white person. You came to the black person. And the reality is that he's trying to say that you don't deserve no accountability for what they do. See, Boyce Watkins wants to be able to run amok and not be held accountable for anything, at the same time being a standard bearer that holds everybody else accountable to everything. He wants to be somewhat of a griot in the black world that teaches the history and bringing on Dr. Claude Anderson, which Claude Anderson needs to leave that alone, okay? But Boyce wants to be the standard bearer, the historian, the griot. He wants to hold you accountable for that which he can never hold himself accountable for. That's firstly. Secondarily, why are you challenging Jay Morrison, a guy who has 3 felonies, a guy whose CFO had 3 felonies, fraud, gun charges, people who had no ability to run a fund? So why are you not challenging? You should try to make them better. How can you make a fraudulent thing better? You should go try to help them. We can talk about it. All of these are excuses as to why you led them down the wrong path. Now, what you want to do as a you sit there idly by and talk that nonsense. And do you think that somebody in any other community, like Indians or Jews or whites, would ever have somebody like Boyce Watkins leading their group? They would get rid of a guy like that because he's a liar. That's why. No other functional group can have unaccountability like that and cost the community $13 million or at least $12 million. And you have some kind of leverage in that community. You're out, because without unaccountability, how can you grow? White businesses are not what we're talking about here. What happened to these black folks' money that will help us catch up? Because us worrying about white folks ain't gonna help us catch up. We've been there for 400 years. We're not worried about their community. We need to be trying to fix our community. And see, now we need to have honesty, and we need to have systems of engagement that have accountability for black people's money. But they don't want to do that. They want to hold everybody else accountable, and they get to do whatever the hell they want while they enjoy the riches and lie and cheat and steal. Is that fair to the black woman or to the black man who's spending their money every day? They don't deserve that. And people like Boyce Watkins and Jay Morrison, they're the reasons why blacks don't like working together, because we have so many black people who want to see the community develop, but we got too many liars. And then when somebody say, well, my money was lost. Well, you don't say that to the white business. Somebody, this is YouTube. Let me not say. Do you know what somebody can do to you with that attitude? It's always a lie. And Dr. Joyce, you can come out and say anything about me, bro. You can say he's a comedian. You know, he's a guy that's trying to reach the lower echelon of our group, which is very interesting because you do the same sort of content yourself. But the difference between me and you is I don't beg for people's money or sell fraudulent courses that don't help them achieve anything or lie like you do. That's not, I'm not on trial here, bro. You are. And until Black America gets rid of the frauds like these people, we're going to always have a problem in the black world. These people got to go. Black folk work too hard for their money. Even me, with my platform, I could have been doing the same thing. Guys, I'm over in Africa, right? It's the best place to start a scam. I can start a real estate scam. I can start a repatriation scam back here. I've been there for 5 years. You have never even heard of anybody saying anything like that about me. People all the time hit me up, black people, brothers and sisters want to invest and stuff. I could be getting over crazy. I don't. I never do. Why? Because how are you going to have successful lying? How are you going to be successful not telling the truth? Being a dust. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jug. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.